Hello guys, today I will be doing a Tim X Moby fanfiction reading. You might hear me slurping some iced coffee. Okay, let's start. This is called Tim X Moby Smut by Amethyst202 on Wattpad. Tim and Moby were planning to go to the beach. They packed everything, ranging from Tim's secret undies and Moby's rubylicious lip gloss. However, Tim needed to put on sunscreen to preserve his white skin and, not get skin cancer. Moby said in his beeping language that pretends that Tim somehow comprehends. Oh, do you need someone to put on sunscreen for you? Tim groaned in his mind. Oh, no. He had been avoiding Moby's touch for months. He had heard that Moby doing the dirty with other robot when they went to the Bahamas a few months back. And he totally got freaked out. Tim was bamboozled about the whole process. Even worked for robots. He quickly replied, no thanks, I think the sunscreen would get in your system. You probably shouldn't. I could do it myself. Moby frowned. First of all, he was water and liquid proof. Second of all, he was wondering why Tim had been drifting away from Moby these past months. They were best friends, but it felt like Tim wasn't telling Moby everything. Moby stepped closer to Tim, preparing to say something. But suddenly, someone knocked on their hotel door saying that they were here for room service. Tim opened the door, and the waiter rushed in with piles of food. You see, Leonardo da Vinci was Moby's father, so Tim thought it was a joke, but at first, there was a birth certificate to prove it, so Moby was extremely wealthy. The waiter had an evil smirk on his face, but as soon as Tim saw it, it disappeared. He set the food in the room and then just walked out. Once Moby caught sight of the apple tarts and Tim caught sight of the burger, it's like they were hypnotized. They made their way over to the table and gobbled down on their favorite foods. Once done, they both felt a weird sensation in their stomachs. Tim looked over at Moby and saw a clutch in his stomachs. He had a look in his eyes that seemed to be lust. Tim felt his pants tightening and his hands urging. Tim turned around and secretly unbuckling his jeans and heading to the bathroom in embarrassment. He felt a warm hand on his shoulder, urgently pushing him against the hotel wall. Moby was breathing heavily, staring deep into Tim's eyes. Moby, Tim gasps as the orange robot started touching his clothed, fully erected ding-dong. No! Tim was wearing pretty thick jeans, so he didn't feel anything. Not even thinking, he took off his pants and looked like that one Shawn Mendes photo, but with a smaller P word. Tim flinched since Moby was a freaking robot with big ass metal hands, touching his D word and G wording it. I don't want to get demonetized, but okay. He didn't think it would feel good, but it did. He thought, whoa, that burger was something. Then Moby swiftly got rid of Tim's boxers, and Moby reached toward Tim's arsehole. Oh no. Oh God, this is terrible. Stop. wasn't about to get fisted by a 300-pound metal robot, so he decided to do him himself. Don't worry, Moby, I watched a ton of gay P.O. words. He took out his gigantic black D word from his bag and shoved it into his aching A word. As he let it out loud, seductive moans came from the pleasure. Moby quickly pushed a button on the side of his hip and a BBC popped out. Moby was getting harder and harder. Oh, God. No. Kill me now. He soon couldn't take it anymore, pushing Tim onto the bed and thrusting into Tim's mouth. Tim was messy about it, drool and spit gathering the corners of his mouth as he hollows his cheek, brow furrowed in the concentration and as he tries to take Moby deeper. Do you like that, you dirty little W word? Moby beeped while thrusting his 15-inch C word into the depths of Tim's throat. Tim was being face fucked with no mercy, hardly being able to choke out a reply. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Yes, I do, Daddy. No. Stop. After fully destroying Tim's throat and his gigantic D word, Moby finally comes to his climax. Moby didn't even finish his sentence as he filled Tim's throat with thick C word. Tim swallowed it excitedly. God. The good thing about robot's D word is that if you want it to, it becomes hard automatically. That is exactly what Moby had done right after he was done getting his blow job. Now with his hard C word, he went on to flip Tim onto his stomach. Get on all fours, you filthy dog, Moby beeped huskily. Tim obeyed gladly, rushing to meet his master's commands. Timmy pushed his BBC, the news channel, into Tim's extremely wet hole. Tim automatically came. Moby was shocked, but he wasn't satisfied. While jerking Tim's D word off, he was torturing Tim's abused hole by thrusting in harshly over and over. Oh, God. That's enough for me today. The next part will come soon. Bye. I'm sorry. This sucks.